Hey everybody. Hey. Oops, no, that's not what I wanted. Alrighty, how is everybody doing? We are gonna talk kudos for the new month. But before we talk about that, I want to slap on a little foundation first. Because this look is not going to be complete without some foundation. So I posted a thing about kudos yesterday. And if you saw it, then you will already know what the kudos is this month. But if you didn't, then hang tight and we will chit chat about it in a second. Okay, but for real, can we just talk about how quick that was to just cover our face? I'm telling you, you guys, this spray foundation is like the best, okay? And if you got the kudos last month, the Flawless 4, then one, you got really lucky. Two, it's gonna be a complete look if you get this month's kudos. All right, you ready? This is your kudos for this month. And not just these 4 colors, no. We have 55 different eyeshadow colors that you can choose from. And you get this palette plus whatever 4 colors you want. And you also get a mascara of your choice. And it's all 20% off. Like, that's crazy, you guys. Like, that's crazy savings. Like, 20% off. And you, like, I'm pretty sure that this whole thing cost me, like, $30. Just this, okay? Now, we have 55 different pressed shadow shades. Wow, say that like 10 times fast. That you can choose from. So if you want, you know, a fall color, you know, like a fall palette, go ahead and do a fall palette. If you want a girly palette, do a girly palette. You know, I have some different pictures that I'm going to post later because we have what we like to call the pumpkin spice latte palette, which is like your ultimate browns and oranges. It actually looks really cool. We have our fall palette that we already have set up for you guys. Your girly palette. We have different palettes set up for like your favorite Disney princess. All sorts of different ideas for you guys. So it kind of helps take out the guesswork for you also. Yeah, 55 shades, you guys. And when I posted that yesterday to let you guys know what the kudos was, I also posted swatches of all 55 colors. So then that kind of gives you an idea also of what they're going to look like. I'm sure you've seen me use this quite a bit. Like, I use the press shadows for the bronzer and the blush and the highlight. Right now it'd be your big chance to get that. You could get those 3 colors plus your other color to fill in your quad palette. And then you could actually use them for your eyes and use them for your face. So think about that. Think about if you got the kudos last month, you've got what you need to have a perfect slate, okay? And then if you get this month's kudos, then you have your eye look and you can use it for your bronzer, your blush, and your highlight. I mean, I seriously like have taken all of the guesswork out of it for you guys. It's crazy. And speaking of, that is what I'm going to do right now. I am going to go ahead and finish my Flawless 4 look. Because, I mean, we're going to kind of, I got too much. Because, yeah, I'm not going anywhere, but I would kind of like to look a little bit presentable. That, and I would also like to do my baking. And I like to do the baking after I put concealer on underneath of my eyes. Alrighty. Now we're gonna get our setting powder. And we're gonna, nope, I used that blush for something. Brush. Wow, I can't talk today. We're going to use a blending bud today to add that underneath of the eyes. So on my Instagram, I asked the question, are you a yeller or a talker? And I know that some people can take that the wrong way, and that's perfectly fine. But I'm talking about as a parent. Do you yell all the time at your kids, or do you like to sit them down and like talk through the problem with them? Because I have found out that I am quite the yeller. I obviously never used to be because my kids were really too little. But as they keep getting older, I feel like I'm just constantly yelling at them. And I don't like that I'm constantly yelling at them. So the last couple days, I have really kind of been trying to not yell all the time and try to do more of like talking through them of why they shouldn't do something, or if they are fighting, then I go over and I'm trying to like maybe steer one of them or both of them to like something different so they quit fighting with each other, or you know, something along those lines. And I don't know, I found that I'm actually a lot calmer, and my kids aren't actually as naughty as what they normally are. And I think a lot of it has to do with, I think they fight and they give attitude because they see that I am yelling at them, giving them attitude type of thing. And I think they think that's okay. It's kind of like the saying, lead by example. And I think my kids are trying to actually imitate what I am putting out. And then when I'm not yelling, then that seems like they're doing better. Like yesterday, instead of yelling at the kids because they were fighting or, you know, doing whatever, I was actually like involving them in my nightly routine. You know, when I get off of work, I do the dishes, I have supper that I need to cook, you know, I have laundry that I need to do, I need to pick up this, I need to do that. You know, as parents, especially moms, we're doing like a million things all at once, right? And I actually ended up involving my children last night into all of the activities that I was doing. And I found out that, especially Vanessa, they reacted to it a lot better. Like she like got excited about taking all the clothes from the washer and putting them in the dryer for mom, and helping me pull all of the laundry out of the dryer and like putting it up on top or handing it to me so I can fold it. I thought it was really cool. I'm gonna go ahead and start talking about this just real quick, and then we'll go back to talk about that. These are the 4 shades that I picked out for today for our look. I'm going to pop them out. On the back of the quad, there's these little open areas, and I just take one of these little sticks you guys have seen me use about 1,000 times. Ooh, I almost lost that one. Okay, so I'm going to talk about these, and then I'm going to finish doing my face, and then we'll just hang with me. Okay, so this is the first color. It's called Nimble. It's a brown. It's kind of a satin color. Then we have one of my all-time favorite colors. This is called Relaxed. It is definitely a metallic-y, shimmery color. And then, oh, it didn't go in there very good. Okay, and then we have a shade that I actually am kind of scared of, but I like it. I think it's beautiful. Okay, and it's called Ostentatious. And then my all-time favorite, and you guys have totally seen me use this about, I don't know, 1,000,000 times. This is the color Optimistic. This is the color that I use for a highlight on my face, on my eyes. I mean, everything. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the bronzer, the blush, and the highlight. Bronzer, the color I use for that is Idealistic. I'm going to set that over here. And the color I use for blush is Hesitant. And then, like I just said, the color Optimistic for the highlight. Okay, now I'm going to do that, and while I'm doing that, we're going to go back to talking about yelling at our kids. Okay, so I have just found that when I am not yelling at my kids all the time, and I'm actually involving them in the daily activities, it seems like we do better throughout the day. And I mean, what parent doesn't want that, you know? Like they totally, wow, I got really dark over here. Like they totally like helping me. And I think it's taught me that I need to be more patient with my children, and that they really don't know any better on some things, you know? How are my kids gonna know that because, you know, mommy's doing the dishes or something like that, that I can't hear them because the water's running, or that because I'm cooking, they're not supposed to be in the kitchen? They're not gonna know all of these things unless I'm teaching them. But I can't, you know, you can't teach your kids by just screaming at them. And that's what I found myself doing all the time. It was just, I was constantly just yelling at my children. And I felt bad for doing it. And I don't know. I don't want to be that parent that's constantly yelling at my children. I don't want to do that. I want my kids to be able to come home and enjoy their time with me, and, you know, not constantly feel like they're just going to get yelled at all the time. I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. I don't know about you, but I don't like to get yelled at. So, you know, now obviously there are going to be times where I'm going to have to yell, or I'm going to have to raise my voice. But I feel like where I was kind of like to the point of too much yelling, too much of losing my patience. And it's definitely teaching me a lesson, and it's also teaching them a lesson. So I would really like to know maybe some pinpointers on what you guys do. How do you stay calm and handle situations? Or how do you handle different parenting situations? Because there's about 1 million of them out there. And I don't want to constantly be yelling at my children. You know, they are 3 and Mason is going to be 2 in like a week and a half. And right now is like their learning stages. Right now is where I should be guiding them instead of just constantly expecting so much of them or from them and yelling at them all the time. I don't like that I have started to yell at them so much. So we're just using this first color for our base color so we can kind of work with everything else. We are going for a full fall look today, and then I don't know what we'll do tomorrow. Maybe you can pop it in the comments or message me and give me some ideas on what kind of a look you would like to see tomorrow for the quad palette. I just wanted to do a cute fall look today. And I really need to clean my brushes because I shouldn't have to wipe my brushes on this towel before I go to put my eyeshadow on. But I didn't clean them after I did Halloween makeup. And I don't want that to get messed up with what I'm trying to do. So this is the color that I'm actually kind of scared of. But it's a really pretty color. And I'm actually doing that in my crease and kind of moving it up a little bit. And I'm going to kind of bring it down into the V area. And then we'll blend that out. And I know that I do have some ladies on here who kind of have hooded eyes and they don't think that they can do like the eyeshadow like this, just for the fact that, you know, you don't really have that crease right there. But I am here to tell you that you can. You just need to take your crease color and you need to kind of bring it up, and you need to kind of create that illusion that you have a crease. And remember always to move up, not out, when you have a hooded eye. And it's perfectly fine if you do have a hooded eye. We are all heading that way at some point or another. It's natural. It totally happens to like everybody, unless you just don't age at all. I'm going to blend that out a little bit. I feel like I'm not as dark over here as what I am on the other side, but I am in the mirror. That's what I don't understand. My phone just isn't picking it up the right way, apparently. Okay. And then you take, actually I want this brush. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your highlight, which is, like I said, I use Optimistic, and we put it underneath of here. One, because you wanna create that illusion that you have those bright eyes, right? And two, then it doesn't have such a harsh line. You see how it kind of isn't so bad right there? And you're just gonna go in there with your finger and you're gonna kind of blend it out. And then look, it doesn't have such a harsh line. And I know that eyeshadows can definitely be kind of scary, and that is okay. I'm here to tell you that they're not that scary. I also take a little bit of it and I put it in the corner. To make it look, let me see if I can get a little bit closer. Ooh, focus phone. To make it look like our eye is a little bit brighter. And then I'm going to go ahead, so this is the color that we use for our base. This is the color that I used on the crease. This is the highlight color. This is the color I'm actually going to use underneath. So a good little pointer when you're doing that. Yes, you can totally make the weird face, but always take your brush and hold it upwards towards your eye and not like this, because when you use your brush like this, you're actually gonna get more of the brush, and then that's where you end up looking like you got punched in the eye, and nobody wants that. So I actually take the middle part and I rest it on my cheek a little, and then I kind of hold it up. Okay? I totally watched my sponsor do that earlier today without using a mirror, and it freaked me out because she was sitting like this at an angle to show everybody how to do it properly, and she didn't use a mirror. And I'm like, girl, you got some nerves, because I would end up poking my eyeball out. So there is the quad palette that I chose for today. Now, here's the kicker. You also get a mascara of your choice. So you get your complete eye look. Now, I will recommend that you get the primer before you put your mascara on, because the primer is going to help your product work how it's actually supposed to. And it's going to help give your eyelashes the curve that, like the natural curve that everybody wants. It's just all around gonna help the mascara do its job. And it's gonna do it without you having to use an eyelash curler that is going to initially damage your eyelashes, okay? I'm serious, this is the product that you didn't know that you really needed. But it's seriously like some major wizardry. All right, so while that dries a little bit, I'm just going to talk about the Kudos a little bit. So, 55 shades of pressed shadow. You get to choose 4 to make your quad palette. Now, the palette alone, not the shadows, but the palette alone is quite pricey. Plus you get 4 shadows of your choice and a mascara of your choice, all 20% off, you guys, 20% off. Now, I am going to offer a little bit of advice, but you don't have to take it. Okay, 2 products that I would definitely add with it to get free shipping. Eye primer, so you get the actual true color of the eyeshadow that you buy, because that's what a primer does. It's going to show you the true color, because every shade is going to look different on different skin tones. Eye primer helps show the true color of the eyeshadow. And then the eyelash primer to help the mascara do its job. Those 2 products plus the Kudos, it's gonna give you savings, plus it's also going to give you free shipping. If you end up getting an order that is $200 or more, then you need to message me, because there's Y cash in it for you in free product. I am using the brown mascara right now, by the way. This is just the regular Epic brown mascara. This is my favorite everyday go-to mascara. Yeah, I absolutely love it. That's just 1 coat, you guys. And I usually do 2. But yeah, this brown, for the longest time, I was really hesitant because it's brown. But I freaking love it. I love it, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and add my 2nd coat now. Because even though I'm just gonna be momming it today, or the rest of the afternoon, I should say. I know it's kind of late. I still want to look good. So there is the 2nd coat. Now look at those eyes, you guys. Look at that. Now I got the look of the bronzer, blush, highlight. That is an eyeshadow. Those are 3 different colored eyeshadows. Then we've got our quad palette and our mascara. Now here is the kicker, you guys. Oh my gosh. So you get to pick 4 different pressed eyeshadows out of 55 different shades. Plus you get a mascara of your choice. So you get this. Plus you get a free makeup bag. A free makeup bag. And you also have the option to get the anniversary edition of the Kudos. So the whole purpose behind this month is our 7-year anniversary that the company has been up and running. 7 years that we have been up and running. So you get your mascara of your choice, you get your quad palette of your choice, and there's something on my arm, and you can get the anniversary edition that has black and purple little flaky things, like it's not gonna flake off, but it looks like little sparkles inside. Like, it's so cool, you guys. It's so cool. Plus a free makeup bag. And all of that is 20% off normal price. 20% off, and you get all of that. So if you got that Flawless 4 bundle last month, then you get now this month, it's all about the eyes. Because let's face it, what made this company the company that it is? The lashes. The lashes are what we sell. It is the best thing in the world, you guys. The absolute best thing in the world. I mean, you can't go wrong. Especially with our lash products. You really cannot go wrong with our lash products. Like, I get so excited, genuinely so excited about all of these deals. And, like, who doesn't like deals? And you want to know what's even better about November, you guys? I'll let you in on a little secret. We do Black Friday deals throughout the entire month. Yes, we do. You are going to get an entire week, not just one day, an entire week of Black Friday deals. It's going to be a new deal every single day. And I will have more details on that coming up. But for now, this is my final look. I feel like Vanna White. This is my final look. The Kudos link is in the description, and the join link is also in the description if you want to join this awesome craziness. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.